היי, שלום כיתה, אנחנו עכשיו מתחילות בסדר האחרון שלנו של הל"ט מלאכות של שבת, והיא סדר בניין. סדר בניין מדברת על הסדר שבו בונים את המשכן. הבניין של המשכן היא בעצם בניין של 46 קרשים, והקרשים הם pillars, עמודים, שעשוי מאקיישיה wood, עצי שיטים, והם כיסויים בזהב. They were covered in gold. נדבר על זה קצת יותר עוד מעט, but let's just go to our first מלאכה, which is כותב. כדי לבנות את כל הקרשים ולשים אותם ביחד, הם היו צריכים לכתוב על כל קרש אות. א', ב', ג', ד', כדי לדעת איפה לשים אותם, באיזה סדר לשים אותם. אז כותב היא סתם לכתוב, הכותב בעט מכונת כתיבה, typewriter, חריטה by carving, סיוד by drawing, any type of creating of a meaningful symbol. Okay, that is the technical definition, creating of a meaningful symbol. ברור שאסור לכתוב שום דבר עכשיו, אסור אפילו לגעת בעת העיפרון מפני מוקצה, אבל מדאורייתא, the עניין is a meaningful symbol. Okay? הקשר למשכן was לחרות סמלים, to draw symbols or letters על הקרשים כדי לבנות את החומות של המשכן in order to put together the walls of the משכן. הלכה למעשה, אסור לכתוב, easy, אסור לחרות באבן או עץ, cannot carve in trees and stone. Obviously there are many more, just giving you some basic ideas. זה גם בעיה לכתוב על חלון שיש בה, אוויר חם, writing in fog or things like that. These are issues on Shabbat as well. Okay, let's get a better look at our kirashim we're going to do in a couple of melachot, so just bear with me. Okay, so kotev is pretty straightforward. Okay, פה יש גם היפוכים, opposites, אז כותב ומוחק, וכבר דיברנו על העניין הזה של קלקול על מנת לתקן. כל מלאכה בל"ט מלאכות של קלקול, of destruction, הם היו כדי לתקן משהו, כדי להשלים משהו. So every destructive מלאכה was not for the purpose of destructing something, rather, it was in order to fix, to improve, to rebuild something. אז מוחק היא המסלק כתב על מנת לכתוב עליו חדש, על ידי גירוד, קילוף וכל אמצעי מחיקה. So מוחק means to erase, but to erase something כדי לכתוב עליו חדש. אז נגיד שהם שמו על הקרשים אות לא נכון. They inscribed one of the pillars with the incorrect symbol, the incorrect number, they would erase it, ואז הם היו כותבים את זה עוד פעם. Now, erasing doesn't only have to be erasing with an eraser, let's say a marker on a whiteboard or a pencil, but it could also be like scratching something out or buffing something out or peeling something in order to erase it. So these would be part of Mochek. קשר למשכן, כבר הסברתי את זה, אם הם כתבו סמל לא נכון על הקרשים, מחקו אותו כדי לכתוב את הסמל הנכון. So מוחק, again, very simple. אסור למחוק לוח. You have a whiteboard in your room. You can't just go by and swipe it, in order to remove any writing. אסור להסיר כתב משולחן או קיר. If you have on a writing surface, let's say your brother or sister colored on the wall, you can't go and wipe it out with a towel in order to clean it. This would be considered mochek on Shabbat. Asur lemchok yiparon. You can't even pick up a pencil to go erase something. So these are all pretty simple ideas. So far we have Koteb and Mochek. Now we go into Boneh. Kol tahalich ha'osek beyotzer binyan. Any process that's going to involve the creation of a building, the creation or the erecting of a structure. Okay? קשר למשכן, המשכן עשוי מ-48 קרשים של עצי שיטים, אקיישיה wood, הם הקימו את הקרשים לבנות המבנה של המשכן. They put up 48 of these planks in a rectangular shape in order to put together the skeleton or the structure of the Mishkan. So now let's see a couple of images to help us understand. Okay, this was the kirash of the Mishkan, and we see that it kind of has these Lincoln log type of pieces at the top and bottom. These were attached with these silver rings. They also have rings on the body of it itself where they would slide poles through. I'm going to show you here. We see a couple of them together. Once the kirashim are put together, they were interlocked on the bottom and on the top with these silver large cube-shaped rings. They were also held together with rods through. So this kind of, you could see, Shehem Hayu Yecholim Lesated, to take down ואז לבנות את המשכן עוד פעם במקום אחר, בגלל שזה היה מאוד קל להסיר את כל הקרשים, ואז לשים אותם ביחד שוב. Okay, so this is a more detailed picture of that. Okay, we have here a very interesting diagram. Okay, these were 5 pillars across that separated the Kodesh from the Kodesh HaKodashim, and that also made the entrance. We're not dealing with those pillars. Rather, we're dealing with these, the wall or the side of the Mishkan. So the putting up of these pillars specifically. Okay, over here we have another picture of it. פה אנחנו רואים את כל הכיסויים שעליהם דיברנו על היריעות והכיסויים של העוד. עכשיו אנו מדברים על הקרשים פה. A nice little video.
aka dwelling place, aka tabernacle. Besides the pyramids, this is the most solid building the Jewish people have made in a while. And this building was going to have to be portable. And not portable like iPod portable, more like 10 guys on either side lifting each piece on rods through the desert portable. To make a wall, they line up large planks of acacia wood and connect them with larger-than-life versions of those little wood pegs you use when assembling a bedroom set from IKEA or Target. But oops, we have a problem, because even though you've aligned the planks, they'll still move around like a slinky in the event of a sandstorm, earthquake, or any other unforeseen act of God, which, as we've seen, the Israelites are getting used to. To solve this, they push long rods through the entire wall, preventing this slinky effect. Now we've got everything aligned, but the planks can still pull apart, so each plank has tenons on the top and bottom. Tenons are basically wooden fingers extending from the ends of each plank. To secure one plank to the next, they place huge solid silver rings over adjoining tenons, locking them together. This technique not only makes for a secure wall, but also for a beautiful silver foundation and crown. And God said to Moses, "Form follows function." Now that this ready-to-assemble dwelling place of the Lord is put together, zoom out. Inside, everything is gold, then silver.
Okay, so there we have a very good description of exactly how these kirashim came together. Okay, our halacha lema'aseh. Things related to putting up a structure. Asur lehakim ohel. Cannot pitch a tent on Shabbat. Asur lidfok mesamer bakir. Banging a nail into the wall. So these are all just small examples of boneh. It does get complicated, but for example, opening an umbrella on Shabbat is considered boneh. You're erecting a structure to bring shelter to you. Okay? אבל יש דברים שמותר לבנות כאילו. So let's say like a fold-out table, right? Because the function of that is for it to open and close. It's not considered building. So it's a little bit tricky, but these are the halachot that we're going to stick with. Okay? Asur libnot yetzira umanitiyut mi chol. Building a sandcastle. That's an issue. Okay? So questions about Legos and blocks and things like that. In general, if it's a katan building it, and we know the purpose of the Legos is that it is not permanent, it's usually not a problem. But if it could be avoided, especially as an older bat mitzvah, it should be avoided. Okay, so now we have our boneh. וההפך של boneh היא soter. Soter היא פעולה המביאה לפירוק בניין או כלי. ראינו את המילה הזאת הרבה. פירוק, to take something apart. We spoke about this in Sidura de Pat when we spoke about breaking down the wheat. Over here אנחנו מדברים על פעולה שזה ההפך של בונה. זה הסתירה של דבר, the demolishing of a built object. Okay? הקשר למשכן היא, בגלל שבני ישראל נסעו במדבר ממקום למקום, הם היו צריכים להסתיר את הקרשים. החלפתי את המילה פה מלהסתיר to לפרק. I think להסתיר sounds like to hide. I don't think that's the correct usage of the word. So we're going to use the word לפרק, which means to break it down. Okay? So because Bnei Israel traveled in the desert, they needed to take down the pillars when it was time to leave, and they would pack it up in wagons, and then they would travel to the next place and then rebuild it. So Boneh and Soter, עוד פעם, הם הפוכים, וסוטר היה עשוי רק כדי לבנות את המשכן עוד פעם. Right? So this is another example of where we have kilkul, destruction, in order to rebuild or to reconstruct. הלכה למעשה, אסור לשבור חלון. So this picture is a silly picture, and I get mad at myself every year for using it. This boy clearly did it on accident. Let's say you had gotten knocked out of your house and you wanted to punch a hole in your window to unlock it and get back in. A little bit of a crazy example, but nonetheless, you cannot break down a built structure. You cannot take apart a built structure. Asur lefarek rehitim, taking apart furniture. I don't know, let's say you're rearranging furniture in your house and something doesn't fit through the door and you want to remove the leg. Something like that would not be allowed on Shabbat. Okay? So, ראינו את המלאכות בסדר שלנו מן ההתחלה, כותב מוחק, בונה וסותר. Okay? אנחנו נמשיך בעוד וידאו עם ההמשך של סדר בניין.